This is the effect chaos fourth dimension crap. Alright, so the theory is that effect or chaos is something that destroys cause, but that cause is something that creates chaos or the effect. So I'm going to start with a little bit of more detailed explanation and explaining it through an analogy that most people would understand. Analogies, I think, work because everything is kind of fractal. So choosing the right analogy is difficult, but this is about as good as it gets. Without cause, there is no purpose. If lack of cause is nothing, life is nothing. Where nothing is zero. So if lack of cause is zero, life is zero. So without God, there really is no fucking point. So God is cause, the universe is effect, and life is order. And I'm just making the analogy there. In this analogy, you have cause, effect, and order. In the analogy, you have God, universe, and life. See? Cause, effect, order, God, universe, life. Very simple. So, order without a cause will die. Or, that is to say, life without a God will die. Where nothing lives, and that's kind of a pun, because nothing can't live, where nothing lives in chaos sits oblivion, or as people would call it, Lucifer or Satan or hell. Oblivion just being pure chaos. Or, technically speaking, since there is no such thing as oblivion, we would just call it extreme complexity that we cannot fathom. Complexity so great that it causes us extreme distress. So, this is the general diagram. We have the cause. In this case, we could see it as an analogy. We could see it as the brain. This would be upside down, so the brain would be down there. And then this would be your spinal cord. In the center goes your CNS. And on the outside goes your PNS. And the CNS is sending a signal downwards. And the PNS is sending a signal upwards. And we can see that here and here. And so, in theory, the cause, which would be your brain sending a signal, in effect becomes resistance. So, the cause on the edges, as noted here, will rip off and begin folding over. Continue that shape. And as you can imagine, much as you would see in any Mandelbrot fractal, you would get this same kind of design, the same kind of eddy shape, repeated on a scale expanding outward like this, and generally having the direction of that. And then this is effect chaos, is order. So the effect of a resistance meeting a cause is chaos. And from the chaos comes order. However, I would note that this is not stupidity chaos. It's just extremely complex and difficult to understand. When you really pause and pull the chaos apart, there's an underlying order to it. There's an underlying mathematical detail, high complexity. And that detail manifests itself into greater order over time, until the order begins to fade, or until another cause impacts that order. If we use the analogy of a brain being a cause, then it makes much more sense, because you think to yourself, well, without your brain, which is technically therefore, due to analogies, right? Brain is cause, and cause is God, so your brain is God. Without a brain, you die. That's pretty fucking straightforward. So, cause must be precise and straight. You can bend things, such as like magnetic states, but other than that, cause needs to be very linear. When I picture cause, I picture like in video games I used to see like these they call like uplink satellites, where it would blast a signal from one planet to another. And I just picture something like sending like this high energy ion beam up into the sky, and that's kind of what I picture when I think of a cause, because I think of everything forming around it, making this like incredibly massive toroidal disturbance. So fourth dimension creates order from cause and effect, and that's what this diagram is attempting to display. So I would say that the fourth dimension is the application of the third dimensional toroidal properties to single dimensions, like energy. So you'd be taking